Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the West. More specifically, we are in Hollywood, California, and even more specific than that, we are here at the Academy Museum. The Academy of Motion Pictures is the academy that they are referring to with this museum, and this is a magnificent museum, one of the greatest collections of movie props, movie memorabilia of all time, kind of the official movie museum, if you will. And I've come back today because less than a week ago they opened up a new exhibition. Now they often will have they have permanent exhibits, but they also usually have a big deep dive exhibit on a particular movie. They've done Wizard of Oz in the past, Godfather. Less than a week ago they opened up their new exhibition on one of the greatest films of all time, Jaws. The movie that changed the way that people saw sharks, turning sharks into horrifying monsters that inhabit the waters and our nightmares. So I'm very excited. Love the movie Jaws. It is the 50th anniversary of Jaws, so a perfect time to do a deep dive on the movie. So please follow me. Da 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 da. Yeah, see, it only opened on September 14th. This is a brand new exhibit. You can see that shark fin everywhere. It's the movie that made us afraid of fins. As we enter here, we see the statues here, the Academy Awards, known in some circles as Oscars. Oh, here's a Jaws photo op. You can sit in this lawn chair. So you sit in the lawn chair, and I guess I'm out here watching the ocean, and then I see a shark. And you do the crash zoom. See Bruce there hanging above the escalators. Okay, but let's dive right in. An iconic sign normally welcoming you to Amity Island, this time welcoming you to the Academy Museum. Looks like we enter over here by the sand dunes. Oh, are we under the sea? Gotta watch out under the sea. That's where the sharks live. That's where they have sharks, like Jaws. The shark's name is not Jaws, it's Bruce. But I always thought growing up that the shark was named Jaws. Turns out, movie title referring only to the shark's mouth. Okay, the first thing here, you could be an extra on the set of Jaws, where they find the severed arm in the sand. You can stick your arm and you can be a dead arm. Okay, you get down here in the sand and you stick your arm up here. So you can see my dead hand there. It's being eaten by crabs. And this is an actual screen-used buoy. It's floating in the water. You can see the woman there holding on to the buoy. That's that same buoy right there. Now this is fun. They have on the clapper there, they had it carved like shark's teeth to add a little bit of playfulness to the set, the shark theming. But it said sadly they had to stop using these because they didn't make the right noise when they, cut, or whatever you say when you clap it together. The shark teeth didn't make the same clapper noise, so they had to go to using a standard clapper. You can see a hand-drawn concept art of the shark. It says Jaws up there. Am I the only one that thought that Jaws was the name of the shark? I think that it was, for me, it was like finding out that, some people say that the monster's not named Frankenstein. It was kind of like that moment. So wait, the shark's not named Jaws? That's silly. And here is the final screenplay there. This is Office Master. That's at Universal Studios, Universal City, California. Here's the sign that hung above the Jaws production office. Now these are the original novels. I believe it or not, Jaws based on a novel by Peter Benchley. Some more sketches here. And you can see originally the shark was supposed to be featured more prominently, which in the end ended up, what they say is that was the secret to the formula, is that the shark animatronic was so unreliable and it broke so often that they had to limit how much they used it, but it actually helped build tension not seeing the shark, having it being like an unseen force of nature. Jaws was filmed here in Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts. I was talking to my friend Jeff Creates, who does my intros and thumbnails. He went out, did the pilgrimage where they had the anniversary of Jaws actually at Martha's Vineyard. Sounds like it was an amazing time they had out there. I hate that I had to miss it. Here's the actual badge of Martin Brody, the chief of police, played by Roy Scheider. That's pretty amazing. This museum is great with having so much as far as props from the movies. And this underwater camera here, this giant Panavision underwater camera used for shooting the underwater scenes. And I guess these are the land cameras. It's funny, when I was a kid, I actually did not like Jaws. Not that I was scared. I was like a teenager. I remember watching it, and I'm like, this movie is dumb. They don't ever show the shark. And then as I grew older, as I watched it again as an adult, I'm like, actually, this movie is not dumb. This is one of the best movies ever made. And I realized not showing the shark makes it scarier. That anticipation, that mood, instead of just being like, there's different kinds of movies. You have like a Godzilla movie where Godzilla's just knocking down buildings. That's not what this was. This wasn't supposed to be, some modern day shark films such as Sharknado, Three-Headed Shark. A little different than Jaws. Jaws is more about the build-up and anticipation, not all about just gnashing teeth and blood. Okay, so this is cool. They actually can create that iconic zoom shot here with your own phone. Let's see how this works.
3, 2, 1, and here we go.
Oh, and I guess you can just go in here and just watch Jaws. And there's that iconic Amity Island sign where someone modifies it. Help! Shark! And this is Hooper's backpack, played by Richard Dreyfuss, the marine biologist. There's the no swimming sign used in the movie, signed by Steven Spielberg, who added the beach is now open. So once he left town, the beach was back open. There it is. Actual screen used shark fin. So this is part of Bruce right there. I guess this will be used probably separately from the animatronic. They want to get the whole animatronic out so they can just use that iconic fin in the water. That's one takeaway I remember. Even as a younger kid, remember being to the beach, always look for the fin, and then you see one, and it just turns out to be a dolphin or something like that. But yeah, I think that scared generations. The idea of that single fin sticking out of the water. And this is a arcade machine actually designed for the movie, a prop arcade machine called Killer Shark. It's like one of those old shooting gallery type arcade games. Well, you can see there's a Sega logo up there. Here's the Academy Award for editing that the film received. This is John Williams, who did the score for the movie. You can see his conductor's baton and stopwatch. And we can attempt to play the theme here ourselves on the keyboard. They have the 2 keys we use lit up, so. Pretty good. I don't even play the piano. Here are our heroes. We got Chief Brody there in the center. We got Hooper, the marine biologist, and my favorite, Quint, the grizzled old shark hunter. Talks about his experience with sharks, how they have dead eyes, black, like a doll's eyes. See the actual great white shark jaws here. They actually use this as a reference. This was borrowed from the University of California, where they used it for production design. So yeah, these are the jaws that were actually used to create the movie Jaws. Here's the blueprints for Quint's shack, which was built for the movie. And these jaws up here were all hung inside Quint's shack. I guess these are the trophies of the sharks that he had killed in the past. The jaws from Jaws. And a shark weather vane here. This was on top of Quint's shack. And here is the Orca, the boat that our three heroes used to hunt down the shark. Now, the real Orca does not exist anymore. It was used as a prop at Universal Studios in their backlot tour, but it actually rotted, and they ended up throwing it away in a dumpster. But we do have some of the actual props from the Orca here on this replica Orca. This chair was actually used in the film when they're trying to hunt the shark with a rod and reel. This is a beer can used in the film when they were having their drunken night of singing together. Here's Quint's harpoon gun. Again, all this used in the movie. It's actually crazy. I didn't know they had so many artifacts still from the movie. The screen used a machete. And that ship wheel there, that little ship wheel, says that is the only remaining piece of the Orca that rotted at Universal Studios. And here's the interior of the Orca, where they would have sat and given his Quint gave his infamous USS Indianapolis speech here. This is actually a real lamp that was that was used in the film. So yeah, they sat around the table right here. Yeah, this is where Quint actually talks about the USS Indianapolis, which is a ship that was sunk by the Japanese in World War II. And the sailors were spread out over the ocean. You know, they couldn't be found. They had no way of finding people. So a lot of people were eaten by sharks. One of the worst, people versus sharks incidents in recorded history, where the men were just eaten by sharks, just stuck in the water, just waiting for sharks to eat them. So Quint's relaying this, and that's where he gives his infamous dead eyes, black like a doll's eyes. It's the infamous yellow barrels. They would tether these to the shark. They would know the shark was nearby if the barrel would surface. This is the shark cage used in the film, and the dart gun. Now this talks about the actual shark animatronic that they created for the film. Again, Steven Spielberg himself named the shark Bruce. I think it was after his lawyer, if I remember correctly. There's some shark teeth cast from the original mold. There we have the shark skin. It says this is a reproduction, but you can actually feel. Oh, okay. So it's like rubbery. It's like bumpy but rubbery. And you get a pet Bruce. I never thought I'd get to pet Bruce. And there's the air valve that controlled the whole thing. And here is a replica. Of course, I guess the real Bruce, long gone. But we have this replica here. And we got some controls, so we can actually manipulate the shark here. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that works the mouth. Let's see the shark here. Well, this is the tail waver. You can make Bruce there swim through the sea, looking for people to devour. And this is all merch, all Jaws merch. The beach towel with a naked woman being eaten by a shark. You actually have an official Jaws shark tooth. This is a marble dispenser. Jaws branded marble dispenser. Okay, this is gumballs. Drop the gumballs down there. I guess you, okay, this is interesting. So it's a pinball gumball machine. I've literally never seen anything like this. So you buy the gumball, it drops down there, and then you play pinball with your gumball, and then you eat it. A lot of Jaws jewelry, the stickers. Now I wasn't born yet when this movie came out, so I didn't get the full the full hype of it, but it definitely resonated. Definitely Jaws stuff everywhere as I was growing up. I was born in the 1980s, so Jaws still, I was born in 1980, so Jaws still very much part of the public conscious and very popular. Jaws cereal. I don't know if there's like little people in there for him to eat. The Jaws tiki glass. Oh, I love these. You get them at like a zoos where they have the chomping shark. There's an inflatable shark. I feel like I might have actually had that. There's a Jaws fin that you can put on your back to scare people. The game of Jaws. All Universal Studios Jaws pennant. This is all Universal Studios merch. Yeah, they have the Hello Kitty Jaws mashup, which is a strange mashup. They also have Hello Kitty and Chucky, and Hello Kitty and Norman Bates. Almost looks like an oven mitt. And then you can have the shark on your head, biting your head. So that was absolutely amazing. Oh, there's the shark right there. That was absolutely amazing. I was just blown away by how many props they had in there. The exhibits are done so well. It kind of walks you through every aspect of the movie. Kind of takes you step by step through the movie, the different scenes, the different items, and of course the writing, the music, and the aftermath, the legacy of Jaws. So amazing, a great look into a great film. That'll do, Bruce. That will do. So here we have another exhibit that I don't believe was here last time I was here. Barbie to Anna Karenina. And this is the cinematic worlds of Sarah Greenwood and Katie Spencer. Now apparently they are set designers. So helped create some of the sets for various movies, including Barbie, the wildly popular Barbie film. All right, looks like we can ride in Barbie's dream car.
It's hard to get it, but you're going to get it. It's going to be great.
Thank you.
And it's going to be safe.
Oh, please don't kick over my camera. Hey! Over the desert here. Where's Ken? And here we have Barbie Land. Now it says the rules in Barbie Land is wanted it to look authentically artificial. The rules are there's no water, no electricity, no black, no white, and no chrome. So definitely created their own vision. And the movie itself is very stunning, kind of how they have that look that they've created. So apparently these miniatures were all created for the movie, and then they scanned them digitally and then recreated it with CGI. And look at this. This is Ken's Mojo Dojo Casa House, where he has all the manly items. He was obsessed with horses. Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat there. All these beefy supplements. The guitars where he sings, I want to push you around. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I want to take you for granted. Yeah, the Kendom Saloon with his double guitar. Here you see a Ken in, looks like he's in a hot tub full of candy. Along with the back of the Mojo Dojo Casa house. And look at all these different props. There's Barbie's mailbox, the pink flamingo. The newspaper, the Barbie Times, Barbie's achieved world peace. Oh, different books. They're all Barbie themed. Moby Barbie? Like a Moby Dick featuring Barbie. Eat, Pray, Barbie. There's Barbie magazine. With some gallons of cow milk. There's Barbie's toothpaste. And look at this. This is what the designers used to create weird Barbie in the movie, like the Barbie that had been all mutilated and altered. So apparently they used this to figure out the look. Of course, in the film was played by a live actor. But the actual weird Barbie, that's pretty amazing. I guess that's Weird Barbie's house in the snow globe. It says this is the map that Weird Barbie used to put together her heist. I guess when the Barbies were taking Barbie Land back from the Kens. These are all models of Barbie Land. I must say that was probably the most interesting thing about the movie is the set design. There's Weird Barbie's house again. This is the workshop here, where all the planning goes into creating these worlds. They even have a station here where you can set up your own design with these miniatures. Oh, okay, so these buttons actually change the backdrop here. Then you can rearrange. You can do whatever you want. You can make a dog. You can make a dog drive a car. Anything. You can make a dog drive a car. You can make a roast turkey drive a car. You could even make a car drive another car. And this section is about Anna Karenina, which is something I'm not familiar with. Never heard of this film. You can see the miniature design there, the ice skating rink. Interesting. And these are props they developed for the Beauty and the Beast live-action remake, 2017. And this is a walking light. The feet on there. I like the frosty, snowy effect on that. There's a painting ripped by the Beast. You can see his claw marks. And there's that iconic rose in the bell jar. I guess if all the leaves of the rose falls off, he stays a beast forever. I think that's the rules. And there's the tea cart. We have Mrs. Potts and Chip. Yeah, there's the piano there. Kind of interesting shape to it. There is Lumiere, the living candle, and his good friend the clock, Cogsworth. And Plumette, the feather duster. Next up, heading into Stories of Cinema. Just pass through Spider-Man. Yeah, they keep a lot of really cool props in this area. They got the Captain America shield, the heavy damage. This is from the monster from The Shape of Water, where they turn a creature from the Black Lagoon into a love story. And here is Spider-Man. This is the Andrew Garfield version of the suit. Oh, and I always love to be able to see a real gremlin up close. One of my favorite Instagram accounts is the Gremlin Museum. There's someone out there that has the most amazing collection of gremlin props. And yeah, it's just one of the most fun Instagram channels to follow, because you never know what they're going to show from the Gremlins movies. Here's C-3PO from The Rise of Skywalker. Remember, he showed up, he had a red arm, and he was like, "Hey, how are you doing? I got this red arm now." And everyone just blew him off. They were mean to him. They didn't want to hear why he had a red arm. And then they never got back to it. They never explained why he had a red arm. Come to think of it, in that trilogy, the sequel trilogy, there's a lot of things they didn't explain. Yeah, they have a ton of props from the sequel movies. You got a Porg puppet there, baby Porgs. Got a lot of Porgs here. You got the bloody Stormtrooper helmet. That's, I guess, Rey's lightsaber, and then the melted mask of Darth Vader. With the freaking spaceships from Close Encounters. of the third kind, and one of the alien heads finally went out to the Devil's Tower in Wyoming and got to watch this movie under the stars next to Devil's Tower, where the movie takes place. The Harley Quinn section, Margot Robbie, who was also Barbie. She played Harley Quinn. This is from the second Suicide Squad movie, the James Gunn version. And we got some of her weapons here. These are from the original Suicide Squad. It's really confusing because they're both called Suicide Squad. Oh, I love this. Frank the Rabbit from Donnie Darko. Donnie Darko, a movie, an interesting movie, but you can watch it 1,000 times and still not quite figure out what's going on. I actually dug into it, went down a rabbit hole, and it actually does make sense if you hear the director explain it. But yeah, a movie about tangential universes. Very, very interesting. That iconic Frank the Rabbit. Teddy from AI. That's a movie I feel like I should go back and watch. It's been so long since I've seen that. And one of the greatest practical effects ever pulled off in horror movie history, the American Werewolf in London, where we actually see a human being transform into a werewolf without the use of any CGI or trick photography. We can see the actual animatronic head here that actually expands. We can see the face growing as the human transforms into an actual wolf. This is Hollywoodland, kind of a exhibit based on the actual creation of Hollywood. It talks about Jewish heritage in Hollywood, and it's really interesting because basically the movie industry, Hollywood, was founded by Jewish people, and all these studios here, Fox, MGM, Universal, Warner Brothers, United Artists, RKO, Columbia, Paramount, all founded by Jewish people. You can see Hollywood changing over the years. This room is surrounded with Oscars, actual Oscars won by people in movies. Let's see, this is the Charlie Rosher. He won an award for cinematography in a movie called Sunrise that came out in 1927. This is Best Actress Mary Pickford for a movie called Coquette in 1929. Ooh, there's Clark Gables for It Happened One Night in 1934. Uh-oh, this is the Hattie McDaniels from Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind. And it looks like the award is Gone with the Wind. Oh, this is Sam's Piano from Casablanca. You know, play it again, Sam, which was a line that was never spoken in the movie. And here's from Doors from Casablanca. There's an exhibit on Bong Joon-ho, a South Korean director who, unfortunately, I don't believe I've seen any of their films. But if there's cool-looking monsters in the movies like this from The Host, yeah, I'm definitely willing to check out some of these films. Okay, I do remember this. I remember my daughter was watching this movie Orca. This is the Super Pig, and it was covered in so this would have been the puppet used on set, and then they CGI'd over top this. Yeah, down here is the Super Pig. I feel like maybe I need to, yeah, definitely maybe need to watch some of these films. Yeah, I must say, I've been to this museum 3 times now, and every time it has been like visiting a completely different museum. They rotate stuff so frequently, and put out these big exhibits about different directors, different films. So really, yeah, this is one I'd really like to check back in often or see what's going on here, because it's always changing, always new stuff coming, old stuff going. Definitely hard to keep up with. Heading into the costume section of the museum, and here is the Barbie outfits worn by Margot Robbie, and then this one by Ryan Gosling as Ken. This is a Sammy Davis Jr. worn outfit. These are costumes from Sweeney Todd. That would have been Johnny Depp as Sweeney Todd. You can see the makeup kit, how they would get him to look like that. A different movie makeup there. You can see the makeup for the movie Amadeus in 1984. It's matching wigs here from the movie Broadway Melody. You can see the line dancers there. This is the cyberpunk exhibit. I believe it is time to exit through the gift shop. Got all your Jaws essentials, your Jaws shirt, your miniature Amity Island sign. Got the original music from Jaws. This is a kid robot. Oh my god, it's like a rabbit with the shark in its belly and the woman swimming in its head. The Lego Jaws set. Yeah, that shirt's a lot of fun there, the Amity Island shirt. And this is like a bank. I think you put a coin down in its mouth. Maybe that's a bank. Maybe it's just a shark head. You can drink your morning coffee out of a shark, or maybe put a little Bloody Mary in there. Oh, the salt and pepper shaker, where one of them is the Orca and the other is Bruce. Which one's salt? Is salt 3 holes or 2? I can never remember. It's a little golden book here. Big shark, little boat. There's a Jaws tiki mug, which is absolutely awesome. But man, getting involved with collecting tiki mugs is an expensive endeavor. There's the Hooper Funko. I don't call him Bruce, I call him the Great White Shark. Just call me the Shark. And Quint here pointing out the dead eyes, black, like a doll's eyes. Here's a beer if you want to get drunk with your friends on a boat and talk about aquatic injuries. Here you can buy some authentic movie prop replicas. The bat radio, the Barbasol from Jurassic Park, the ruby slippers, which the ruby slippers weren't on display. They do have a set of ruby slippers here. They've been on display in different exhibits the last 2 times I've been here. Did not see them this time. So hopefully, hopefully they'll bring them back out. Let's all watch the Oscars and win ourselves an award. We got an Oscar snow globe. See, here in Hollywood, it doesn't snow, but sometimes there's gold in the air. There's some dog toys. Oh, these are Christmas ornaments. You can get an Alfred Hitchcock to hang on your Christmas tree. Oh, here's the Barbie stuff. Welcome to Barbie Land. Oh, and you're gonna get the replicas of the Barbie Dream House. Oh, look at this Matrix pin. I was about to say, there's one pin connected to the middle. You don't have to pick. You don't have to pick between red pill and blue pill. This is Marcel the Shell with shoes on. I guess you can buy your own Marcel the Shell. Everything Everywhere All at Once, a great movie. This is some merch from the movie. The hot dog fingers. It's all about the multiverse, and there is one universe where people have hot dog fingers. There are postcards that depict different movies. Wouldn't that be interesting if every time you saw a movie, you sent postcards to all your friends, letting them know what movie you just saw? Thank you for joining me here today at the Academy of Motion Pictures Museum. Like I said, I've come here 3 times. Every time it's like a completely different museum. They do like a lot of big deep dives into movies. They had a great, years ago, first time I came, that amazing Wizard of Oz They had, witch's hat, ruby slippers, you name it. They had like so much from the movies. Last time I was here, I think it was Godfather. I think they had the horse's head. And this time, of course, the Jaws exhibit. Absolutely amazing. That movie. Who knew when they made that movie it was going to be the success that it was, the legendary movie that it is today? But someone thought to save those props, so it's good that we still have them. We can see pieces of the movie, and it makes me want to go watch that movie tonight. I don't know if I have time. I'm so busy. Wish I had time. I need to just take a week off and watch movies. I think that maybe would you guys be interested in me just watching movies and then telling you what I think about the movies? Probably not. But maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll get to watch a movie. We got more spooky stuff this weekend. Tomorrow, planning on being at Horror Nights here in Hollywood. Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood, quadruple H. And then we're planning to head to Las Vegas after that. Maybe not immediately afterwards. We're going to be here in California, I think, for a couple more days, and then be venturing through the desert to Las Vegas for a spooky event that I was invited to, that I'm very excited about seeing. So thank you guys so much for watching these videos. If you do like these videos, consider subscribing. I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, other fun, random stuff. If you would like to help support the channel in other ways, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more gets you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also selling some souvenirs in the Etsy shop, motel key fobs, press pennies, enamel pins, other fun stuff, and doing personalized messages on Cameo. If you're interested in any of those things, check the description below, and all those things keep this train on the track, this bigger boat on the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.